This is Maurice from Digital Suicide Consulting. Today's tutorial, we're going to go over the creation of a 2.5D fan title. We will be using Clickteam Fusion 2.5. If you're not familiar with Clickteam Fusion 2.5, it is the upgraded version of Multimedia Fusion 2, which is a 2D game design software similar to Game Maker. As for the title, we are going to be creating a small demo from one of my favorite games from the Nintendo Entertainment System era, Contra. This particular title is called Contra Fusion in honor of the gaming software that we are using. And we're going to start the tutorial in Photoshop. Previously, I made a tutorial on how to start creating a game title, and we created our custom Contra logo. And now we will be creating such of the smaller logos for the options for the player to start the game, maybe go to an option screen, that type of deal. So this should be a fairly short tutorial just to give more insight on the creation of game UI, menus, and we will be having future tutorials that go on more in depth in regards to game development and taking what you've created using Adobe Photoshop and importing it into the Clickteam 2.5 game engine. So as you can see, I have our custom Contra logo that we created. It's Contra Fusion. And underneath, I've made a new folder using Control Shift N. And I've created options. And underneath, I have text. I believe I'm using Eve Online Alpha free text that I've gotten from dafont.com, and I have written out the text start. Most likely this is just going to be a small demo. Maybe I even change this to start game. How about small start demo? There we go. We're not going to do two-player capability, I don't think. However, that may change in the future, but as of right now, I am just focused on a one-player experience. So, just making sure this is lined up correctly. As for this text, I like to work in a non-destructive format, so working in a lot of layers. See, the letters are separate layers, the Contra C is on separate layers and folders. Things within folders are appropriately labeled. Japanese text that says Fusion is on a separate layer. And again, it's just keeping things organized, being able to go back, turn things on and off, change colors if need be. Perhaps later on you want to adjust things in your logo, you're able to. So we have the text start demo. I'm actually going to make a copy of this text, duplicate this layer, name this the text original, and we're going to work from the copy. I'm going to use my magic wand tool to select the area around the text. I'm going to hit Control Shift I to select just the text itself. Make sure I'm on the right layer to start demo copy. And I'm going to add a gradient. Probably the same gradient that I've used for this area here. And I just switched to the color picker to match the colors that I have selected. We're going to rasterize this copy, so we're going to change this to text copy so we know which one that we are working from. And we're going to use the gradient tool to match, similar up here. And actually, I think what we're going to do is, just to make things a little bit easier, we're going to put text and demo separately. There we go. Make sure demo starts. Whatever we do to one, we can do to the other. Control Shift I again. We'll just do both as we go. Have a gradient going. We're going to rasterize the demo text. Do the same thing. Use your magic wand tool. Select the letters. Control Shift I to inverse. Gradient tool. And we're just trying to get it into an area that feels comfortable. And since these are on layers, separate layers, if there's something that you are not too happy about completely, you can always go back and adjust things. There we go. Now we're going to go into the bevel, add a little bit of work to this. That hard. We're just experimenting with the various bevel tools. That's pretty cool there. Currently this is at a 3. Let's even go a 2, a 1. 2 is feeling pretty good. Slightly outer glow. I believe that's in white. 75% is not too bad. There we go. Let's do the same for the demo. Bevel contour. And let's check and see what the settings were just to make sure they're the same. Chisel hard, inner bevel. Make sure it's the same. Inner bevel, chisel hard. We were at 1. Actually, maybe even 2. Could have been 1. Let's double check. Yep, it was 2. Up, outer glow. There we go. Easy peasy, right? So again, since I like to work non-destructively, and actually, you know what? We're not even done. Let's add a similar gradient in the background to this. So again, since I like to work non-destructive, actually we'll take the extra step instead of combining it. So I'm going to duplicate these channels, rest them up top. I'm actually going